Hello, collective. Welcome to my channel. Let's see what messages wants to come out for us today. I'm using the Angel Tarot. Let's see what messages Spirit has for us. Hope you're doing well. I am taking personal readings if you're interested in one. My information will be in the description box. You can email me. Ooh, I need to clean these cards. They feel strange. All right. Divine Spirit, what messages do you have for the collective today? What do you need us to know? Divine Spirit, what messages do you have for the collective today? What do you need us to know? Divine Spirit, what messages do you have for the collective today? What do you need us to know? First card out is the King of Wands. Fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, masculine person. We have the Page of Pentacles. That's the earth sign. Virgo, Capricorn, or Taurus. Two of Cups and the Sun. I'm drawn to this rabbit. There's a rabbit this color that comes to the front of my house every morning. Every morning. She's there. I'm not sure if it's a she, but it's brown. It's this color, and it'll just sit there every morning. I've always wondered, like, what was attracting her to my house. Before she would be down the street at another house in the morning, then I would see her when I'm driving off. And then all of a sudden, I guess I drew her to me. She started coming to my house. So she's at my house. So there's something that's going to be revealed very soon with the Sun card. Something's going to be illuminated. I could be speaking to someone that you got some positive things coming, okay? One of them is definitely a relationship with the Two of Cups. And rabbits represent harvest. So there's something that is going to grow. You know, it's starting small with the Page of Pentacles, but it's actually going to grow into something very fruitful, okay? Something very, like, bigger than what you actually know. It's going to actually put you in a place of leadership. Leo energies here very strongly. We have the King of Wands and the King of Pentacles. So King of Wands is someone that's a leadership type of person, a take charge type of person. They take action. They know what they want, and they're very driven and motivated, okay? Very fiery, very adventurous, very, like, you know, motion, movement, you know. And then we have the King of Pentacles here that's very, like, grounded, right? Very financially experienced. I mean, they understand money, how to make money, and how to keep money. So there's this new beginning that is happening for you. Maybe you're about to enter a partnership, or maybe you could consider entering a partnership with someone. A romantic partnership that turns into something, you know, where it can grow into you going back to school if you choose, or you know, or maybe you met them at school. But I'm definitely speaking to someone who is entering a very, very positive time in their life. Somebody could be falling in love with you. You could be falling in love with this person. You could have met them at your place of work or school or whatever you do. Okay. The Cupid's arrow is here. You see Cupid up there connecting these two people. There's a house in the background. So this is a relationship that could definitely lead to, it could grow into you all living together, mutually exchanging love. It's an equal give and take, a romantic relationship where both parties, you know, are feeling this connection with each other. Okay. So I'm getting that for someone. And I'm also getting that it's a very positive time because the Sun card is the best card in the deck. If you've been feeling down, sick, or anything like that, you're going to have a boost of energy. You're going to feel revived. You're going to feel well. Okay. I'm also getting that something could be revealed to you at this time. You could discover something. You could discover maybe some type of hidden treasure. Maybe there's, you know, some finances that you didn't know that you had. You know how they have those websites where you go and get unclaimed money. You know, you could find something. You know, I'm noticing that pentacle behind her. There's something that, you know, if you research, you could actually discover a hidden treasure that you could have, that you can actually use and invest in some property. If you're married or in a relationship, maybe your partner is going to come into, you know, a financial blessing. Okay. I'm getting that for someone. King of Swords. So we have a lot of males, a lot of men around you at this time. Maybe there's somebody else that's not really happy for you, for this wonderful things that's about to come to your life. There could be someone that does not wish happiness for you. Maybe this is someone that you walked away from or you ended things in. So you might want to move in silence because there could be people who want your downfall. Maybe if you start dating, you know, you might want to keep it to yourself because there's people that are not, you know, happy for you. 3 of Cups and Page of Cups. So you could be celebrating some type of win very soon. You could be celebrating something really good. If you're in a new loving relationship, you know, I wouldn't, you know, I know people have friends and you want to tell your girlfriends or your, you know, your besties what's going on with your life, but you want to be careful because you don't know who is still in communication with your past, with your ex, you know, because they're still watching you. They're still monitoring you. They're still keeping tabs on you. They're still in their feelings, you know, about whatever that happened, whatever that didn't work out. They're still unhappy. Okay. So move in silence. Everybody does not need to know. You know, they can find out some type of way. You could be dealing with someone with Virgo energy, the Hermit card. The Hermit also holds the lamp, shines the light, okay? So maybe after a period of time when you've been by yourself, you've been in isolation, becoming the best version of yourself. You've been in isolation, gaining knowledge, wisdom, right? And now you've taken action on something, you know, boosting your confidence, taking action, being creative, and then you know, you tapped into, you know, some rewards from it, some financial rewards. And for some of you, you attracted a new partner who is so like mesmerized by you, by the way. If this hasn't happened yet, just know it's happening. There's someone that, you know, is like so enamored by you, okay? But like I said, move in silence. 7 of Swords. There are people that, you know, don't want you to have this. They're not happy. This could be an ex. An ex that's angry. You got a lot of men that are interested in you. A lot of men. There's 3 kings here. And for somebody here, this could be a same-sex situation, okay? It could be a same-sex situation, Six of Pentacles. Everybody's now trying to, ask you out after a period of time when you've been like, in isolation. You've kind of like stepped away, stopped dating, let everything go, and, just pretty much working on yourself. Now you're being noticed, you know, people are now going to be trying to, reach out, offer you gifts, dates, just, you know, date you. Okay. You have 3 men here. So you might want to use your intuition and choose wisely as the Queen of Cups. She's very balanced. She's able to balance her emotions. She's seated on the earth, but facing the water here. Okay. She's using her intuition to make decisions, okay? So just be careful so you don't choose the wrong person, okay? There could be 3 suitors. There could be 3 people who are approaching you at this time and want to offer you love. One could be very passionate, very fiery, likes to be very affectionate and hands-on. They're a touchy person. They like intimacy right away. They want intimacy. They're interested in intimacy. They're more attracted to you based on physical. They're more attracted to you based on your body. They're sexually attracted to you. Then there's another one that if you do choose this person is emotionally detached. They don't have the emotional intelligence. Okay, they could be someone that speaks harshly. They're an air sign person, so they're mostly communication is key. They're gonna scrutinize the way you speak, what you say, fact check everything you say, call you out on things. There could be communication issues if you go with the King of Swords, okay? This person, you could find them very boring, okay? Then you could also meet an earth sign person, okay? Someone that's very grounded, someone that likes the good things of life, someone that makes money, knows how to manage money, likes to live well, eat well. This person would definitely teach you a lot of things, on how to manage your finances, maybe how to, make money, because this person is very knowledgeable about that. They're very grounded as well. The earth sign could probably be your best choice, because there's going to be an equal give and take, and they're going to be grounded into the relationship, anchored in. Not when you're going through any type of situations, they take off. They will be your anchor with that pentacle sitting on the wheelchair. This person could be someone that, they've experienced life. Maybe they've come out of a relationship that, affected them in some type of way. Physically, maybe they could have a physical impairment, or the person they were with before probably, drained them financially, but they were able to build back up again. Started from the bottom, now we're here. Okay, this person could be a Virgo, Taurus, or Capricorn, but Virgo is very strong here, and you got to be careful with Virgos. If you're a Virgo, if it's a Virgo female, they're wonderful partners. They're really, they make very good partners. Virgo men make good partners too, but you have to be very, very careful with how you deal with them. They're very different, okay? They're very, very different. Anyone that has dated a Virgo man can attest to that, okay? They give you that 50 Shades of Grey type of person, okay? Man. So that's just a little warning, but much love to my Virgo man. I don't hate you, but they're very like strategic, and they analyze everything, and everything has to be a certain type of way, but they will give you the best. Okay, so that's what I'm seeing. You got some people trying to offer you, you know, just date you or whatever. This is all of their ultimate goal, but just choose wisely. There's one that's going to be the best. There's one that's going to be the best. Okay? Use your intuition, okay? All these people see you as like the full package marriage material, someone that they can like create a new beginning with. Ace of Swords. They want to conquer you like King Arthur trying to remove this sword from the stone. Whoever can win, pull this sword out, gets the crown. So maybe you're going to test them. Maybe you need to test them. Date all three. You know, not saying you should sleep with all three, but date all three. Whoever shows that they can, you know, they're the best. Whoever pulls the sword out will be your king or queen if you're masculine, okay? So make sure your boundaries are strong. I would put them on a 90-day rule, because after 90 days, everyone's mask tends to come off. You know, you're dealing with the representative the first 90 days. You're not really dealing with the real person. Starve them of sex or whatever and let them earn it, earn you. And that's when you're going to get the right person that leads to a long-term relationship. So that's what I got. Use your wisdom with the Hermit card. Use your wisdom. Shine the light. That's why you got the sun, because everything has to be illuminated. Nothing is hidden under the sun. Make sure you find out, maybe Google background checks. Got these people, check them out, check everything, check their credit, all that good stuff before you make your decision. So that's what I got. There's a few people who want to capture your heart. Okay? So that's what I got, guys. Let me comment down below if it does resonate. Much love, many blessings. Bye-bye.